Welcome back to Fire to Fork. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you also so much for all the support that I got in the last video, and actually in the last few videos. I mean, I can't believe how how well things are going for me now with the channel, and just how much support and how generous everyone is with their words and time and everything. So thank you so much. Anyway, it's pretty hot up here at the moment. I know it's probably 35, middle of the day. So definitely awning time. God, I love this new awning. I wonder where Fred is. Go on walkabout again. Much better. Nice and shady and no poles. I love no poles. So today I'm going to do a breakfast thing. Now, something you may not know about me is I actually don't eat breakfast. I haven't done in a long time. I'll often eat breakfast food for lunch, but I do intermittent fasting and whatever. It's boring. I'm not trying to not trying to convince anyone to do anything. You do you. But that's just how I operate. So I haven't really done any breakfast things on this channel, which is stupid because I actually love breakfast food and I do eat it. I just know at breakfast time. So I'm going to do a little one pot wonder that I'm then going to make really, really easy for multiple people to eat. So let's get to it. As usual, first things first, let's make a fire. Give that a few minutes and wait till it's useful. In fact, while I'm waiting for that to all happen, I might just show you a bit of a view around where we are. It's a bloody spectacular spot. It's no secret where it is. It's a very, very common spot. So if you know where it is, put it in the comments below. And I never tell people to put locations in the comments, but I'm not scared of people coming to this one. Now, something I want to show you that I just bloody love about this thing, it is not staged. Again, I'm not being paid to say anything good about this awning, but kind of buggered this up because there's a big jet of light here. I want my fire pit here, but I want it to be in the shade. Now, normally I'd have to take down all my poles and bugger around, but with this awning, I don't. So I'm just going to get in my car and move it. It's brilliant. Much better. Now, is there going to be light on my... See, no light here, so it's good for filming. It's better for shade. It's perfect. Turn the car off. Keep getting asked about wind with this awning, about how strong it can take. I don't know. I've never had to put a strap down or poles down. There are no poles, but I don't know, lots. Other reason I love these fire pits, if I had set up a fire on the ground, I'd be screwed. But I haven't, so I just move it. It's my gas bottle. So first thing I'm going to do is clean this down a little bit because it's a little bit sandy. Now, let's make some bloody food. So first things first, ooh. That says ginger beer, eh? That's it's rather nice. Don't mind if I do. There are a few better drinks on a hot day. Oh, bacon. Actually, I'm just going to take out the bacon for now. That's the most important first ingredient. I'll get the rest out later. And my trusty old cast iron skillet. I usually don't use a cast iron skillet. I usually use a wok or a something spun steel, like my camp oven lid. But I needed something slightly bigger, so that's what's going to do it. Is that my? No, I thought it was a mate just driving it over there. Get the lid for the fire pit. Okay, if you haven't seen the last episode, you haven't seen this knife, and you won't see it for a while. This is an R&D thing I am working on with someone, and this is a tester. It's a trial knife, so we're going to see what we can make, but first impressions are it's bloody amazing. So I've got some really good quality bacon here. This is a really nice smoked and cured, I think it's I just burnt the label, a good quality expensive bacon, because I don't like, I don't like to buy the cheap stuff. I like to buy the good quality free range stuff, and just sort of have a bit of a happier pork, and it always tastes better. If you just the colour difference, you look at this compared to the cheap bacon, this is a much more beautiful dark red, and this is streaky bacon because I want lots of fat. So dump that in there and chuck it on the heat. I might move this down a notch because it's windy. If it's windy, you need the grill closer to the fire because wind pinches a lot of your heat. So the bacon I've got in here, I've just chucked in the skillet. Now, you may notice there's a bit of a jump in continuity. I don't know what's going on with my camera because it's at 60% battery and it's just cut out after 5 minutes for no reason. I think I'm due for a new one, to be honest. I think it's a bit buggered. I might keep this one as a stills camera and get a new video camera. Anyway, look, I'm just frying this up a bit first in the skillet, and what I've done here is I've made some potato hash. Now, I'll quickly cut to a clip, which I'm going to overlay on this, which is me some potato, and then all you need to do is squeeze out all the moisture. There was a hell of a lot more moisture that came out of this than what I just showed you, but again, camera wasn't recording. Now, potato hash, you can use, if you want, you can use an actual hash brown. You can buy pre-done potato hash. You can use frozen chips if you want, but I just happen to have a couple of spuds and a grater, so why not do it the easy and cheap way. Now I'm just going to wait for that to brown up a little bit. I'm waiting for this to brown. I've used streaky bacon because I want lots of fat. I want this to brown up, let some of that fat render, and then I'm going to add the potato hash to it. Okay, that fat started to sort of render a little bit. There's a bit of a greasy layer on the bottom of the pan. So I'm going to grab my hash and put it on the other side. I find if you just crush it down a little bit, it kind of gives it slightly more rigidity, but in this case I actually don't want heaps of rigidity. Sorry, not rigidity, like it binds a bit better. You get a sort of a crosshatch in there, but that's actually just going to be so that when I flip it, it browns better and stuff. You'll see what I mean. Anyway, leave that for probably 3 or 4 minutes, and we'll go from there. All right, while I'm waiting for that, I'm just going to grab an onion. I probably only want half an onion here. And dump that into our pan. Just stir around in the bacon. Okay, I'm just going to quickly stir this up a little bit. As I said, this doesn't need to be like one big hash brown sort of thing. I'm just trying to brown up this potato. It's all going to get stirred in together. So that's exactly what we can start doing now. Woo! Woo! Don't burn my GoPro, please. Now we'll just let that sit for a few more minutes and brown up a little bit. And I'm going to get this GoPro out of the way before I melt it. Okay, mark my words, I'm going home and I'm ordering a new camera today. That one just didn't record again for the millionth time, and it's driving me nuts. It's not operator error. I do know how to use a camera, but it's just getting out of control. What I've done here is I've put on some Monterey Jack. What I'm going to do is just talk over this, and thankfully the GoPro was rolling, so I put on some Monterey Jack. I cut up some cherry tomatoes and just put them on top, melted them a little bit, pushed it all over into the corner. Now I'm deliberately not trying to cook these eggs all the way through, and that's because I'm actually going to split this in half and make the ultimate bloody wrap. So It's going to be delicious, but I don't want an overcooked egg in it. Now, that's probably about right now. It's very jiggly, but it's probably warm because I'm going to roast the wrap as well. So let's get that off. Oh, this smells so good. Honestly, it just smells ridiculously good. What I'm going to do now is just put a little bit of green stuff on there. Make it look good for a photo. And because food should look good. I really do think that. I really do. So the green stuff on there, by the way, is rockets. Leftover rocket from last week. So what I'm going to do is get these wraps. Once again, mission wraps. I know other people make wraps, but I don't know who's eating anything else. So there are two here. I've actually got a friend. She's down at the beach. It's one of Sam's friends. She's here on holiday. So I'm making two of these because one's for me, one's for her. And that's our lunch. She doesn't want to be on camera, so that's fine. Oh, look at that. Have a freaking look at that. Ow! Burn yourself on it, that's important. Now I'll try and make this somewhat rolled up wrap size. Shape, I mean. Okay. Oh, I tore that one a little bit. It's alright. Now, put that down there. Wrap number 2. So yeah, it's got very runny whites and everything in that egg, and that's totally fine because we are going to cook this a little bit more. Once again, I need to get a photo. Wrap that guy up. Face down in the pan. All we want to do is sort of seal that end, and that's it. So I'll put him on the fire now. And as soon as those ends are browned, we're done. Ooh, it's on here. Oh, so good. Okay, let's get this thing off. Oh, yep. Bit fell out the end, that's all right. Well, I've realised while this was just cooking that I didn't actually put any salt and pepper on it, which is the cardinal sin. Salt will be fine, it's got tons of bacon and stuff in there, but I am going to just try and do everything wrong and break this a little bit, just to sneak some pepper in there. So hot, I'm going to have to give that a minute. Slippery little buggers, the old matzos. So let's give this a go. That was everything I want in a breakfast wrap. Salty. It's got a bit of crisp in there. Proteiny, but doesn't feel overwhelming. Not too greasy because of that bit of greens and the tomato. That's a total winner. Now, I should mention you don't need to use wraps. Just eat it out of the pan. I just did wraps because this is basically like an edible napkin in camping terms. My only washing up is a skillet and you know, my utensils, the stuff I would have used anyway, but no plates and knives and forks and stuff like that. Oh, look at that juice. Oh. Oh yeah. That's such a winner. Alright. I'm gonna nail that. Sit back, enjoy myself for a little while, and then go home and order a bloody camera. Now, if you'd like to support the channel and help me buy a new camera, you can do so by using any of the links below to buy some equipment and buy some merch. By the time this comes out, I will have my cups, which are these guys. Really cool Kuksa style cup. Pretty much the only one who sells them. So yeah, look, they're a really cool cup. I use them all the time. The other way is, yeah, use the links below for the other equipment. I get a small cut. I don't have a Patreon or anything. Might do it in the future, but right now those are the ways you can support the channel. Obviously, you know, comment and like and subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. I put all my camera gear away, so I don't actually have anything on me. So I'm just going to do this with my GoPro. In the last episode, I mentioned some big news, something I've been working on for a long time. Well, I've got a book coming out. I've signed up with a publisher, and it's actually happening, and it's going to be like a proper book, a proper hardcover cookbook. All my recipes, sort of a real Kimberley theme, and it'll be out not this year, but probably early next year. I've done a lot of work on it, but these things take a lot of time, and I'm terrified and so bloody excited. But yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.